We continue our working day at Ukraine Crisis Media Center, and now the floor is given to Colonel Andriy Lysenko, Ministry of Defense of Ukraine spokesman on ATO-related issues with update about ATO zone. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. Today we mark the World Nurse Day. We greet all women who contribute to save lives and help in rehabilitation of our servicemen. These people of honorable profession who often work in battle conditions, risking their own lives. We wish them courage, and we express our deep thanks and respect. We bow our heads in memory of the medical nurses who died at the front line on duty. Eternal glory and memory to them. Now, about the situation in the sectors during the last 24 hours. In the Lugansk sector, the enemy violated ceasefire in all main regions, the Nizhny Lugansk, Novaidarsk and Popasnyansky regions. The enemy used mortars and APCs. Both incidents happened in Krymska. In Valuiska, that is near Stanica Luganska, they recorded the biggest number of shelling delivered by the occupants, and there was the longest armed incident that lasted 45 minutes. On the whole, during the last 24 hours in the Lugansk sector, the enemy violated ceasefire 7 times. The Donetsk sector, the military actions are along the front line, in the majority of cases in the morning and in the evening. In Svetlodarsk, Bulge, Avdiivka and Shakhta Butovka position, the enemy used mortars. At that, the enemy launched about 60 mines. Near Gorlovka, the militants opened fire at the positions of the armed forces, and they used small arms and repeatedly used armored vehicles. The Donetsk airport, it was calm. During the last 24 hours in the Donetsk sector, there were 18 enemy shellings, including 6 with the use of heavy weapons. The Mariupol sector, military action started after 10 in the morning. In the Maryinsky region and in Pavlopil-Shirokin part of front line, the occupants actively used mortars. These shellings with the use of heavy weapons lasted with interruptions for 5 hours. The heaviest was in Krasnogorovka. And later the enemy continued to carry out provocations and opened fire with the use of small arms, grenade launchers and armored vehicles. On the whole, in the Mariupol sector, there were 28 enemy shellings, including 7 with the use of heavy weapons. The enemy launched 50 mines.
During yesterday, as a result of combats, 2 Ukrainian servicemen were killed and 6 were injured. These heavy losses Ukrainian troops experience in all sectors. One of the dead is an engineer who demanded territory. The rest of victims were killed in hostile shellings. Our hearts go out to the relatives of the killed soldiers. The Security Service of Ukraine continued to seize weaponry and ammunition all over Ukraine. And the Special Service staff seized weaponry and ammunition in the cities of Svetlovodsk and Kirovograd region, in particular homemade explosive Sonov-Gav, small caliber guns, 3 grenades F1 and RGD-5, TNT block for 200 grams and almost 80 cartridges of different calibers. In Lysychansk, in abandoned house, the operative staff of the security service, along with policemen, have revealed an anti-tank grenade launcher, RPG-22, 7 grenade shells, and nearly 500 cartridges. In Lysenovata district, policemen seized 2 grenade launchers, RPG-22, 41 ammunition rounds, and the rocket, which the local resident stored in his country house. In the Dzerzhinsk municipal court in Donetsk region sentenced one militant to 8 years in jail with the sequestration of his property. The operative staff established that the resident of Mariupol in February 2017 moved to temporarily occupied Donetsk, where he entered the ranks of mercenary groups. He was known under the nick Gira. Are there any questions? We have no questions. Our next briefing will be at 1 o'clock sharp. Update on